Hi folks, welcome to Ditto Insurance. I'm Shashank, your host. A lot of you have asked us to review ICICI Elevate and compare it with other plans. Now, 3 months ago, we did an in-depth review about ICICI's newest comprehensive plan, which is ICICI Elevate. So in today's video, we are going to compare ICICI Elevate along with one of our top recommendations, which is HDFC ERGO's Optima Secure. So to help us understand this in detail, today I have with us a familiar face who is back again, the Senior Program Manager here at Ditto, Supreet.
Hey Shashank, good to be back.
Likewise, Supreet. Now folks, before we get into the video, if you're new here, let me tell you something about Ditto Insurance. We are an insurance advisory platform. We're backed by Zerodha and we have over 10,000 plus reviews on Google. Now, if you're in the market to understand which is the best plan for you, be it health or term insurance, then book a free consultation with us under 2 minutes with the link in the description. Now, with the introduction out of the way, let's get into the video. After the video that went out, 3 months ago in the month of July, how has been people's perception, or rather, are people very much asking about ICICI Elevate when they reach out to us?
Yes, I think Elevate plan has generated a fair amount of interest among people thanks to its unlimited coverage and a lot of add-on options. A lot of people are keen and they want to compare it to other plans and see if that is something that fits their needs.
Let's get into the details, right? So ICICI definitely has a lot of features that are very new. So let's start from there.
Like you said, we had a detailed video 3 months back. I think we had discussed a lot of features in that video. I think if somebody wants to refer, they can probably check out that video, which is in detail. So ICICI Lombard came up with this new plan, Elevate, right, recently. And the default plan of Elevate, maybe not the greatest of plans, right? Now, what makes this plan a really good plan is the choice of add-ons. Choice of add-ons, I would say. I think another point is the coverage. So most plans, they have probably up to 1 CR or 2 CR, whereas Elevate plan has, does not have a limited. You can have an unlimited coverage as well. And the price point as well. Right now, the Elevate plan is priced fairly economical compared to some of the better plans, probably like Secure, that we're going to discuss today. But even from a price standpoint, right now, Elevate makes it an affordable option to a lot of customers. So, just to sum it up, it's a good plan. Offers flexibility, affordability, and unlimited coverage option. So, makes it a really good plan.
When I went through the policy brochure, they had tons of add-ons and tons of features that made it really different.
Correct.
So let's start by listing them out and understanding them in detail.
Right. So there are about I think 18 to 20 add-ons, if I remember it correctly, and a few of them I believe they're game changers. Right now, something that probably we don't see it very often, something like surrogacy and oocyte donor. Now, one can get up to 5 lakh worth of coverage for surrogate mothers or donors, and considering the fact that the cost of these alternate methods are so expensive these days, it's not a bad option to consider. And like I said, I don't think I've seen it in many plans apart from this one. And Jumpstart, right? I think that's worth mentioning as well. Certain pre-existing conditions like diabetes or hypertension, asthma, etc. There are a few others wherein the waiting period reduces to 30 days. Again, I've seen this in a couple of other plans, but still, having this option elevates the plan, I can say, from the basic plan, right? And there are tons of other options. Maternity cover is there and waiting period reductions, not just for pre-existing conditions, but also for maternity, right? Usually, which is for 2 years, you can reduce it to 1 year. There's a consumables add-on and tons of others where you can increase your bonuses. So considering all these options, all these add-ons, right now, depending on one's need, I feel this plan is going to be one of the most sought after ones, and probably in few cases could be a clear winner as well.
Right. Makes sense, Supreet. Now, we spoke in depth about ICICI Elevate. Now, let's shift the focus to our dear friend HDFC ERGO Optima Secure. Now, I know that there are tons of benefits. While ICICI gives you modern age benefits, HDFC also gives you certain benefits. So let's hear something about HDFC as well.
Right. So, see, when we talk about HDFC ERGO Secure Plan, right now, I think the focus kind of shifts to HDFC ERGO here as a company, which brings in a lot of reliability factor, right? I mean, has been around for a very long time. The settlement ratios as well, which is around 98% compared to Lombard's, I think it's around 85%, slightly lower than industry average. So this is what HDFC ERGO brings to the table. Features wise, I would say they have some really solid features, some standout features, but from an add-on perspective, I don't think Secure has done enough here compared to the Elevate plan. For example, Secure has very few add-on options, has unlimited restoration option, and has a cash benefit. If again, it's not something that we recommend on a regular basis, and has a critical illness cover as well as an add-on. But apart from this, right, the add-ons that we spoke about in Elevate, like reduction in waiting periods, which can be really crucial for certain use cases. We see that missing in HDFC ERGO. Keeping that aside, if you just compare the the default plan, right, now minus the add-ons, I think Secure will probably come out as a winner here. Because Secure has inbuilt consumables. The bonus is really good. And the standard feature of Secure is the 2x benefit, right? Now, if I buy a 10 lakh plan today, straight away I get covered for 20 lakhs. That's the 2x Secure benefit. And has the restoration benefit and the bonus inbuilt. A good amount of bonus as well. Yeah, like I said, if you just compare the default plan, Secure will probably come out as the winner. But if you compare it with the add-ons, I feel, Elevate plan, on paper comes out to be the winner.
That's a very interesting perspective that you gave, because in my mind, I thought that HDFC would emerge as a winner regardless of any situation. But you shifted the focus on add-ons. So with this, it makes sense that ICICI has tons of features to offer. Right. 1920 add-ons, you said.
Right. So just to give you an example, right? Now, let's say I want to cover a plan for my parents, for example. And usually parents who are in the age group of, say, 60 plus, generally they have certain pre-existing conditions, maybe something like blood pressure or diabetes or something. Right. Now, let's say now if I have to consider a secure plan, now a HDFC ERGO secure plan, the waiting periods are about 3 years here. Whereas if I consider the Elevate plan, the waiting periods can be reduced. It can be reduced to up to 30 days as well, right? Now, I feel that maybe there's a fair chance that I would pick an Elevate plan over secure plan given the context. But at the same time, let's say somebody like you, right now, who is in their early 20s, touch wood, but I'm assuming that there are no pre-existing conditions. So for somebody like you, probably HDFC ERGO Secure might make a better sense, given the fact that I have the peace of mind that this company is probably a bit more reliable. The settlement ratios are better, and this is something I might not need it today, right? I mean, this is something that I'm trying to build it over a period of time. Probably somebody like you can consider a secure plan who doesn't have to depend on waivers in waiting periods or on those. Right?
Understood. Now, both these plans have their pros and cons. Let's get to the cons a little later. But there are some bases that both of these plans have covered. So let's speak about that.
Yeah, good question. I think ICICI and HDFC ERGO, right? Now, both companies have been around for more than 20 years. So in that context, I think, I would always recommend my clients as well, go with a company which has been around for a very long time. I'm not saying that some of the companies that have come in the last few years are not doing well. It's just that companies who have been around for a very long time, they are operationally strong. Whereas companies that have recently come up, they're still figuring out their operations. Things like post-purchase requests, things like post-application, right? Now, I see that companies like Ergo and Lombard, right now, they are much more sorted, I feel, compared to some of the newer companies. So in that context, I feel always consider plans that has been around for a very long time. So ticks the box, both these companies. And in terms of coverage as well, right now, now this is one of the usual questions that I get asked: what is the cover that I have to go for when I'm buying a health insurance? To be honest, there's no right answer to this. You can't really scientifically measure what is the exact cover one would need, like how we do in probably a term insurance plan. So what we generally say here is a minimum of a 10 lakh cover. A minimum, right? Now maximum, there's no limit because we don't know. We can't really predict what will happen, or there's that 1%, 2% chance that we might need 50 lakh or above. Or if you consider inflation, say 20 years later, I might need 1 CR, 2 CR. You never know. There's no limit to that. So ICICI Lombard is offering the unlimited coverage here, right now, infinite coverage, which ticks that box. If I'm okay to spend few more bucks and want to have this option, why not? I mean, so other than that, there is no co-payment option in both these policies. So most likely the insurers are going to settle the complete amount whenever there is a claim. Both these plans, they cover Ayush, domiciliary treatments, organ donor, ambulance covers, right? Now some of this basic stuff is covered in both these plans. Yeah, coverage as well, right? Now 1 CR plus in both these covers, and like I said, Lombard has an unlimited option as well. So yeah, pretty much ticks most of the boxes there.
What you're saying is basically these both plans are giving you the basic coverage that we would need in any health insurance.
That's right. I think, can be considered, right? If somebody is looking for health insurances, I think both these plans should make it to the top 5 at least, yeah.
All right. Now let's come to the pain point, which is price. And we know that HDFC is known to be pricey, and at this point it's one of their features, being pricey, but let's still analyze the price points of both these plans. So
right, one of the most important factors I think one considers right now before purchasing anything, price is something that is going to play a crucial role in the decision. And again, I think Elevate comes out to be a winner in this aspect as well. It's priced really economically compared to the Ergo plans. Like you said, Ergo's plans are generally expensive. I don't blame them, right? I mean, they have an exceptional track record when it comes to settlement ratio. So which means that they give back, in terms of volumes, they settle a lot of claims and they settle a lot of money. And they have to probably compensate that in some way, and probably they do it by having the premium slightly on the higher side. But again, from a consumer standpoint, now I probably want to buy something that fits in my budget. Now, budget is really important. Even if I see value, but if it is not falling in my budget, then probably it's not something that I would go for end of the day, right? So let's take an example, right? Now, somebody who is single, I think if one is buying an Elevate plan, and I'm probably considering just the base plan here, not with any add-ons. So the difference in premium is about 70-75%. HDFC is 70-75% higher compared to the Elevate plan. And when we consider a family plan, a family floater, let's say parents and 2 kids, Ergo here is costlier by about 50-60%. Again, probably this percentage will reduce because I'm sure, just the default base plan, right, in Elevate is not the greatest one. So I probably will end up choosing some add-ons here just to make it more comprehensive, and thereby, even after that, right, I'm seeing a good 30-40% difference in the premiums.
Got it, Supreet. I get the figures, but for the sake of our viewers, can you give me the exact figure how much ICICI Elevate would cost someone who's living in a tier 1 city versus HDFC?
Got it. I may not know the exact numbers, but I can give you a fair idea. Somebody who is 28 to 30 years old, right now, if they're buying a 10 lakh policy in Secure, it costs about 15K, whereas in the ICICI Lombard plan, it costs about 8K. So a good 70-80% difference is what you can notice. Again, these are not exact numbers. The difference is pretty evident, right? I don't consider other options like the company metrics or the settlement metrics, I think I'll be more inclined towards going with Elevate. Yeah.
Understood. Now, we've covered what's great. We've covered how much it costs to get these plans. We've also covered the basic coverages of both plans. Now, not every plan is perfect. So let's take a quick look at the drawbacks. Why would one step back from getting an HDFC plan, and why would one hesitate to buy an ICICI Elevate plan?
Right. Good question. I think so. HDFC ERGO Secure plan. Now, why will I not buy it now? If I'm someone who is working around a budget, probably I would not buy a secure plan. Somebody who has pre-existing conditions, who is not willing to wait for 3 years, right? So sometimes, see, some of us have corporate covers as well. Now, if I have a corporate cover that is covering me or my family or my parents or somebody, and I'm considering a retail plan, I'm okay to wait for 3 years and it is still fine, right? Now, if I'm someone who doesn't have any backup plan and completely relying on my health insurance, then probably waiting probably is not something that I would be comfortable doing, and hence probably I would not be considering a secure plan. And something like maternity benefits, right? Now, there's a good reason why I would probably go to Elevate and not Secure. Secure does not cover for maternity benefits at all, not even in the default plan, nor as an add-on. That's one more reason. And yeah, like I said earlier as well, right now, fertility treatment is something that is not covered in Secure. So there are a lot of these add-ons, which attract a certain type of audience, right? Now, depending on my need, what is best suited to me, if I find that as an option in Elevate, then I am more inclined to go towards Elevate plan, not the secure plan. Similarly, what is the downside of say a Lombard plan? I would probably say the company's metrics, right? Now, if only now Elevate plan had a good settlement ratio, and a lower complaints ratio. Sorry, I think I probably didn't mention this. Now, HDFC ERGO has a slightly better metric when it comes to the complaints, average complaints number as well, right? So again, coming back, I wish Elevate had better settlement ratio. Now, if it had something, above 90 or probably above 95, I think that would be the go-to plan for everyone. Probably this is one of the reasons why people will second guess the Elevate plan. Certainly, I think Lombard also has few disadvantages. One of the main things, I think this plan has a room rent restriction, right? Now, we always suggest people to go with plans which has absolutely no kind of restriction. But here, up to single private room category is something that one can choose. Still not a disaster, I would say, for someone who is okay with this category. The only problem will be to keep a track of it, right? Now, one should always have this, one should always remember this, or the family should remember this, because by mistake, if somebody chooses a higher category room, so one would end up spending a lot from their pockets. So if one is okay with this, not a bad option. In addition to that, just the base plan of the Elevate plan doesn't serve the purpose, I feel. Just the price point, it's economical, but other than that, I don't think it is making it a more comprehensive plan. You might have to choose certain add-ons to make it even more comprehensive. I think that's another disadvantage to this plan. I think, so coming to the metrics, I think this is where the consumers are a bit let down, I can say, because the settlement ratio is about 85%, less than the average. And the average complaints ratio is about 9 per 10,000 claims, and again, slightly higher than Secure or some of the other companies as well. Number of network hospitals, which is about around 7.5K, if I'm not wrong, compared to 11,500 plus of HDFC ERGO. So all these aspects, company-wise, when you look at the metrics, I feel Lombard can do much better. I think 85% settlement ratio, I feel most of the times, I think this is the deal breaker for them. If only Lombard had better settlement ratio, I feel, I would be really comfortable recommending this plan as a go-to plan, right? I think this is the only thing stopping it from being probably the most preferred plan even here at Ditto. But if things improve in the future, if settlement numbers improve, you shouldn't be surprised if people at Ditto are recommending Elevate Plan as well.
All right, Supreet. So we have mostly covered all the bases of the comparison that we've done until now. So finally, what does Ditto recommend between ICICI Elevate and HDFC Optima Secure?
Hope I won't be attacked in the comment section for doing this. I'm sure both companies have their fan following. But honestly, I think it completely depends on the need. Okay, I don't want to sound biased towards any particular company or policy. Here at Ditto, we recommend the Secure Plan over Elevate Plan. That's purely because we believe in the settlement process, right? I mean, that for me individually as well, and from the company's standpoint as well, it all boils down to claims. Now, the plan might look really impressive on paper, but what really matters to me is at the time of claims, is a company coming good or not, right? The feeling of which I get from ERGO with those settlement numbers and our own experiences of settling claims through them. But at the same time, I don't want to dismiss Elevate as well. Certain use cases now, like I said, now maternity or pre-existing conditions, and when I consider these use cases, probably find more value in recommending an Elevate plan over a Secure plan as well at the same time. But each to their own. Now, one has to decide what they're okay with. Are features more important to me? Is the company's metrics more important to me? Again, premiums as well. What is the budget that I'm working with? If something that when I'm not able to stretch.
But Supreet, which one would you choose?
For myself?
Yeah.
Okay, I already have one, but assuming I don't have one and have to pick one of these two, it's a bit tricky, but probably I would call up the guys at Ditto and find out.
Guys, you heard Supreet. So if you have doubt if your current insurer is good for you, or if you want to port to a new insurance, then just find the link in the description, and then we can help you out with advisors like Supreet and his able members. So they will quickly help you with porting, with understanding your current insurer, and seeing which plan is the best for you. Now, Supreet, thank you so much for spending a lot of time with us today, diving really deep into the nuances of HDFC ERGO Optima Secure versus ICICI Elevate. Now, I'm going to see you in the next video, Supreet.
Thanks, Ishan.
Yeah, thank you, Supreet. Now, folks, if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, because we're coming out with more and more number of comparison videos for you. And comment if you have any questions, and Supreet will personally answer them this time. And folks, as always, happy insurance hunting.